Hello, I'm here tonight with a pretty big book haul. I have a book buying problem. I mean, it's a real problem. I have tons of books back here that have not been read, and I just keep buying more, or at least acquiring more. A lot of the ones you'll see this evening, I actually got for free, which is always exciting because who doesn't love free books? But I really don't need any more books until I read some. So hopefully this new year, 2016, I can kind of slow the buying down and get more of the ones that I already have read. But here are the latest books that I have come into. The first group of books that I'm going to show you are all from a library conference that I went to in early November. I got some of these for free from the publishers. I got some signed from authors that I met. And then I also bought a few. Of course I did. Now I have a lot, so I'm not really going to go into detail about what they're about. I'm just going to kind of show you and maybe tell you anything special that I know about the book. So here we go. The first book that I picked up, and it was for free from the publisher with a little coupon that I received, and that is The Doldrums by Nicholas Gannon. I don't know anything really about this book, but just flipping through, it looks like it could be kind of neat. And it's a hardback that I got for free, so that's exciting. So yeah, thank you for this one. Then next, another hardback that I actually picked up for free with a little coupon from the vendors that I am so excited to get my hands on and give a read in the new year, and that is Chelsea Clinton's new book, which is It's Your World. Get informed, get inspired, and get going. I love this cover. I think it's so pretty, and I'm very excited to jump into this book this new year. Next, I picked up quite a few ARCs that I'm really excited about. Now that I'm in the library role, I'm even more excited about getting these ARCs because they're going to give me a chance to kind of get a sneak peek about what books I might want to be buying for all the kids in our school district. So let's jump into the ARCs that I got. The first ARC that I picked up was The Mechanical Mind of John Coggan by Eleanor Teal. I don't know, but it looks really good. I love the cover. It's kind of like a little animated cover, and it looks good. And right off the top, on the back, I see a quirky, humorous, and whimsical and heartwarming middle grade debut. Sounds good already, right? I thought so. And this will be coming out in April. Next, I picked up The Darkest Corners. It says Everyone Has Something to Hide. And this is by Kara Thomas. This comes out also in April, and I think this looks pretty nice. I like the cover. It's kind of like digitized with like the pixels. And then again on the back, the first thing I see is remains identified as runaway teen. So that sounds like it could be interesting. Next, I picked up a copy of The Land of 10,000 Madonnas by Kate Hadamir, and I think this should be good. I like the cover. It makes me think travel novel, and I love travel books, so I'm excited. This one also comes out in April. Next, I picked up a book called The Incident on the Bridge by Laura McNeil. This is National Book Award finalist, which that usually means it's gotta be good, right? And it says, everyone knows what happened, but who knows the truth. I love that tagline. I think this is going to be great. This one also comes out in April. And then I picked up next one that I'm very excited about, and that is Summer Lost by Ali Kandi. Ali Kandi is the author of the Matched series. I really liked reading Matched. I just finished up Crossed here in December, and I wasn't sold on it, but I know that my students love that series, so I'm excited to pick this one up and see what I think. We might be getting this for our students, and this one comes out in March. Next, I picked up one I think the kids are going to love, and that is Will Wilder, The Relic of Perilous Falls by Raymond Arroyo. I mean, look at that cover. That just screams adventure, fun stuff. When I picked it up immediately, I thought of Percy Jackson. I haven't read that series, which will be coming later. That's going to be on my TBR for January. I want to marathon the series, but that's kind of what it reminded me of. I thought it looked pretty good. So yeah, we'll definitely be looking at that, and it comes out in March. Next, I picked up Wing and Claw Forest of Wonder. I thought this looks kind of neat with some animals here. I know the kids really like reading different books about animals, especially like magical, mythical animals, so that kind of struck me as maybe something interesting. This is by Linda Sue Park. She wrote A Single Shard, which I know has been popular with my students in the past, so I thought I'd pick this up, look at it. This comes out in March. Next, I picked up The Keeper of the Mist by Rachel Numiere, maybe? Sorry if I butchered your name. This, I just love the cover. I mean, that cover looks pretty awesome. And it says, "The Lord is Dead." So I have no idea there, but it looks pretty good, and it comes out in March. Next, I picked up Where Futures End by Parker Peatyhouse. I have no idea. But it looks interesting. It's like a series of like doors upon door after door on the cover. And it makes me, I don't know, it makes me think it should be pretty good. And the back says, "Perfect for fans of innovative storytelling." So hopefully this will be really good. I think maybe it's got like multiple perspectives. I don't know, but we'll see. This comes out in February. And then next, I got The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I love that title. I think that says it all, and this is kind of a short one, so I'm excited to pick this up and give it a read. This one comes out in February. And then my last, and the one I'm most excited about, the last arc that I picked up was by Ruta Sepetys, I don't know, which is Salt to the Sea. If you are unfamiliar with her, she is the author of Between Shades of Grey, and both of these are supposed to be really, really great historical fiction. I have not read Shades of Grey yet, but it is literally sitting upstairs on my shelf, ready to be read. So I'm hoping to give both of these a read here very soon, and this one comes out in February. I got one other arc. I don't remember what it was now, but it's up on my shelf that I'm hoping to read for an upcoming readathon because it comes out in January, so stay tuned for that one in a wrap-up. Now those are the arcs that I got and the free books that I got that I was super excited about. Next, let's get into the books that I got signed by authors, which I was really excited about. I kind of nerded out, probably embarrassed myself, but that is okay. I got starstruck, what can I say? The first one, and probably one of the ones I was most excited about, was An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I already owned this book, but I took it with me so I could get it signed. She also, when she found out I was a librarian, gave me a couple of bookmarks, and then she signed it. It's kind of dark there, but she did sign it for me and drew me a little shape, and I got to talk to her for a little while, and it was so much fun. She's so nice and so pretty. I was so excited. So I'm definitely going to be reading this one. I had not had a chance to read it before I met her, but this is literally scheduled into next year. I'm hoping to read it as soon as possible. I'm so excited, and I heard there is a second one coming out. I don't remember the title offhand. I think it had just come out. The title of the second one had just come out when I met her, and there was some buzz around that, so I'm excited. Yay! Signed copy. The next author that I met was Jennifer Choldenko, and you probably recognize Al Capone Does My Shirts and the Al Capone series. I already own this book, and I took it with me to get it signed, and again, when she found out I was a librarian and a first-year librarian at that, she made a nice little signature for me. So here's this one that I got. Yay! And I also bought her new one called Chasing Secrets, A Deadly Surprise in the City of Lies, and I got this one signed as well with a little bookmark. How exciting. Yay! Next, I picked up one that I had not heard of too much. I've seen the cover before, but I never really looked into it too much, but I saw her there. There was kind of a short line, so I grabbed the book and I jumped in line, and that is Ticket to India by N.H. Sensei? And I got this one signed, and I'm excited to read this one. I haven't heard too much about it, but I really like the cover. I think it's really pretty. Next, I met probably the author I was most excited to meet there, and that is Maggie Stiefvater. I was so excited. I took the first of both of the series of hers that I love, and the first one is Shiver. I absolutely love this series, and I got this one signed. I was so excited. She's probably the one I nerded out with the most, and it was kind of embarrassing, but, you know, what do you do? What do you do? And I bought hardcovers of both of these books. I'd already owned the paperback, but I wanted hardback signed. So I went out and bought a hardback copy of The Raven Boys and Shiver for her to sign. And then while I was in line, they were giving away free copies of Pip Bartlett's Guide to Magical Creatures, which she also signed for me, and I was so excited. And of course, I got them signed to me and not the kids, because Maggie Stiefvater is one of my favorite authors. So I'm definitely gonna hang on to this. Sorry, kids. Next, I picked up 2 books, one free and one that I bought from an author I have kind of seen, but I haven't read too much about. The first one I got was The Night Gardener by Jonathan Auxier. And then I got a free arc of Sophie Query in The Last Story Guard, which I'm excited to read both of these. Again, this was kind of one that I just happened upon. While I was standing in line, I saw that his line was kind of short, so I hopped in and I picked up these books, and I'm definitely excited to check them out. The last one I didn't meet the author, but I won a free copy of this, and it was signed through one of my workshops that I went to, and that is Fall from Grace by Charles Benoit? Don't know. But I won this, so I was excited. I'm adding it to my autograph shelf. Next, I picked up several just on the way home. They have, the conference was in Columbus, and there is this ginormous bookstore in Columbus called the Book Loft, and it is literally, I think, like 32 rooms. It's basically like a big house or something that they took and they kind of combined it together, and there's all these different rooms with different themes, and I always find something there when I go. So I stopped by there while I was in Columbus, and I picked up The Marvels by Brian Selznick. I am so sorry that I did not get him to autograph this book, but I ended up having a workshop when he was signing these. But he was one of the keynote speakers at the conference, and he was outstanding. And I picked this, and then I lugged it around forever. And wow, yeah. I mean, some people had all of his books, which are all very chunky. I don't know how they carry them around all day long. But yeah, I picked it up. I did not get it signed, but I did get to hear him speak, and I got a few photographs of him while he was talking. So that was pretty nice, and I'm excited to read this one, and I love the gold pages. Next, I picked up Illuminae, which is a big one here on the booktubes by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and I actually just finished this one, so be looking for a review of this one. I love the cover. I think it's really fun, and if you haven't seen it, the cover slips out here, and it's got some writing, and the whole premise of this is it's kind of like a dossier, like a file folder, and it's kind of neat. It's pretty neat if you haven't checked it out yet. Then next, I picked up one of the only books that I did not have by Maggie Stiefvater, and that was the Scorpio Races. So I went ahead and grabbed a copy of this for myself, as well as Sinner, which is kind of like a companion novel to the Shiver series. Because it's not part of the Shiver series, like directly, I haven't read it yet because, I don't know, I don't know. I haven't read it because I just didn't want to branch off from the direct characters of Shiver. But I think it's time to give it a try. So I picked it up because it was pretty cheap. And yes, now I own, I believe, all of Maggie Stiefvater's books that are out in the young adult series. I think there's some short stories that I don't own. And maybe that's not true. Maybe I'll have to look into that more. But I own a lot of Maggie Stiefvater books, and I own multiple copies of a lot of them because I'm a big nerd. Next, I also picked up Ready Player One. This one actually is an autographed copy. I did not meet the author, but I saw them laying there, and I decided to grab one of these. Again, another big one here on the booktubes that I've heard about, so I picked it up, and now it is mine. Alright, the rest of this video is just going to be the random books that I've acquired in the past month and a half since the conference. And yeah, there's still quite a bit, and this video does not even include my Black Friday shopping that I did through book outlets. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the rest of them. So first, I picked up Girls Don't Lie by Jennifer Shaw Wolf. I think I've heard about this before, and yeah, it just looks really good, so I picked it up. Next, I got the sequel to The Knife of Never Letting Go. This is the sequel to that, which I believe is part of the Chaos Walking series, and that is The Ask and the Answer, and this is by Patrick Ness. Then I picked up another book that I thought sounded really interesting based on the title, and that is Wolves, Boys, and Other Things That Might Kill Me. This is by Christopher Chandler, and I just thought the cover and the title sounded very interesting, so it came home with me. The next one I picked up was Amy Rogers' Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I've heard great things about this, and again, I am a sucker for travel novels where there's a road trip involved, and this definitely looks like there's a road trip involved, so I am definitely in. Next, I picked up my own copy of Easy by Tamara Weber. I originally had this from the library and just couldn't get it read in time, and then I found it very cheap, so I went ahead and picked up my own copy, hoping to get to that very soon this year. Next, I also picked up one that I'm hoping to get to soon because the sequel just came out and I'm excited for it, and that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I love the pink edges of this book, and I've heard this is really great. It sounds like something I would like, so I wanted to own my own copy for that. And then hopefully I will be getting the second book soon once I finish the first one. I also have not read the series leading up to this next one, but I've heard this is even better, so I don't know. I'm definitely going to read this one. We'll see about the series, and that is Six of Crows. I found one of the editions with the black edges, and I had to have it, so I picked it up. And this is by Leigh Bardugo. The Grisha trilogy, I've heard mixed things about, so I'm not sure. I'll definitely read the first one to see how I feel, but I may not read the whole series. I will definitely be reading this one, though. Next, I picked up The Archived by Victoria Schwab, or V.E. Schwab, I think, on the other books. She's the author of... I can only think of A Gathering of Shadows now, which is going to be the second book. What was the first one called? A Darker Shade of Magic. She is the author of A Darker Shade of Magic, and I love that, so when I heard that she had a series out, and I think this is geared more towards young adults, I had to pick it up. So I'm excited for this one. We shall see. Next, I picked up 2 books from the Scholastic Book Fair that was run at one of my elementary schools and the library system that I work in. And the first one I picked up is called Nightmares. This is by Jason Segel and Kristen Miller. And I saw the preview for this on the Scholastic DVD preview, and it looked adorable, and I love Jason Segel, so I went ahead and picked it up. And next, this is a historical fiction book that I was told was amazing, so I picked it up. It is A Night Divided by Jennifer A. Nielsen, so I picked that one up. Then is Library of Souls, the third book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, and this is by Ransom Riggs, and again, this is a signed copy, although I did not sadly get to meet him. And moving right along, Hotel Ruby by Suzanne, can't see the end of it, thanks Target sticker for blocking the author's name. Let me flip through. Susan Young, well that would make sense. I got this because it immediately made me think of American Horror Story right now, which is Hotel, and it kind of intrigued me, so I thought, I will give you a try, Hotel Ruby. We will see how you are. And then next, I picked up The Cellar. This is by Natasha Preston, which is a Wattpad author, and I've heard amazing things about this. This is supposed to be about, I think, a little girl that gets abducted, and I thought it looked really good, so I picked it up. I had a little conversation with the Target lady when I picked it up. It was fun. Next, I picked up a copy of The Killing Woods by Lucy Christopher. I absolutely love Stolen, so when I found out she had another book out, I really wanted to pick it up, and this sounds just as amazing. I'm hoping to read this as soon as possible, so I will be back with some feedback for that one soon. Next, I picked up Scarlet, which is the Lunar Chronicles Book 2, I believe. Again, I'm trying to kind of gear up for a marathon of this series. Then I picked up Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. I actually have already read this, but I loved it. This is probably my favorite graphic novel ever. I really have just gotten into them this year. If I had known about this one, like before, like when I was younger, meaning if it was published then, I would have been reading them all along because I just love this. I like the artwork. I love everything about it. I love this. I recommend this to anybody who is interested in trying to get into comic books or graphic novels because it is spectacular. And I had to have my own copy, so I picked that up. Next, I wanted to try another Wattpad author, and I heard good things about this, so I picked up After by Anna Todd. And I don't know too much about it besides the fact that it was a Wattpad author who was published as an actual book, which kind of spoke to me. I thought that was very cool, so I picked it up. Another one I picked up I've not heard about, but it looked kind of interesting, so I picked up 13 Treasures by Michelle Harrison, and this is supposed to be a series. I think maybe like a middle grade series, and it seemed kind of interesting, so I picked that up. And then in the mail, in an Amazon purchase, I got the entire Percy Jackson series. in this nice little box collection set. I'm hoping to read this entire series in the month of January, so yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. And then today I picked up even more books, which is really kind of depressing, but I was going because I kind of wanted one of those like cheesy Christmas romance novels, and then of course I found some more that I liked. So the other ones I picked up were Nine Dragons by Michael Connelly, a Bosch novel. I love Michael Connelly. I think he's a great mystery writer. He wrote the one you'd probably know is The Lincoln Lawyer and that series, so yeah, it's pretty good. I've read a couple of the Detective Bosch books, and I thought Nine Dragons sounded like a cool title, so I picked this one up today from the little bargain bin. And then I also picked up another one that I thought sounded pretty awesome, and that was The Missing by Lisa McMahon, and it sounds pretty good. It's kind of blurbed here by Allison Noel, and I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. It sounds a little spooky, a little entertaining. And then I also picked up two of my little Christmas romance ones that I want to read, and the first one was The Naughty List. I love these because they're like short stories. There's three stories in this book, so they go super fast. It doesn't take any thought at all, and it's just kind of a light, fun little Christmassy book to get you in the mood for Christmas. The other one I picked up was Unwrapped, and this one also has 3 little stories in it, so I'm hoping to get these very, very soon. Alright guys, I think that is all the books that I have hauled in the past 2 months. I'll be coming to you again soon with a book unboxing from Book Outlet, and we'll take that one away when we get to it. So I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye!